Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Robert and I'm the VP Marketing here at Nodegraph. With me today is Oscar, co-founder and CEO, who will answer some questions around our latest and most exciting product launch so far. So Oscar, what is the biggest difference in Nodegraph 4.5 and what's different from our competitors?
Well, there's a lot of new differences in Nodegraph 4.5. I think with 4.5, we make it very clear to the market that we will become the leader when it comes to analytics governance. I think it's important to understand the market. Right now, we have a confusion out there. We have data governance, we have analytics governance, but I think the good thing now is at least we have a new terminology. We have data governance and analytics governance. And in the analytics governance space, there's a real good opportunity for us to really take this space going forward. And in Nodegraph 4.5, we have added a lot of new features around this analytics governance. But also, we have enhanced the data catalog, meaning that you can now, in a much easier way, configure it for, let's say you only would like to find KPIs in the glossary. Now it's very easy to tailor-made the catalog for only showing KPI glossaries. And we have also added AI and machine learning, which is new in the catalog, meaning that now Nodegraph can, in an intelligent way, tell you what data you should probably look at, which is really exciting. And last thing I would like to mention, we have also added a governance dashboard on top of this. So it's 6 predefined KPIs that now will help you monitor your BI landscape.
Wow, interesting. Can you please elaborate the functions a bit more? Let's start with the data catalog, which me too sounds like a Netflix or Amazon experience, where you get personal options based on what you're looking for previously.
No, but exactly. In the catalog, we have now, first of all, tailor-made it based on the role. That's the number one thing. The second thing is that we added AI and machine learning. And I think if you look at in the space today, there's a lot of catalog functions out there. What I don't like with the catalog functions that I see on the market today is that as a user, they are too complicated. So what we have done is that we started with removing everything. And then we have only decided to show what we really believe is important to the user. So we have collaboration, we have data steward function where you can certify applications, for example, and things like that. But overall, it's much more user friendly, I would say.
Thanks. You also mentioned role-based data flows in the lineage part. Sounds really interesting and like it's targeting people like me as a business user, more not that technical. But still needs to be able to trust data and your sources when looking into KPIs.
No, but exactly. I think our Dependency Explorer is actually, the bread and butter of Nodegraph. That's where we're coming from. We are best in class, I would say, when it comes to lineage, all the way from your data source to where the user are actually consuming this. So we are including the expression dimensions. But we can also see that even in a quite simple BI landscape or BI environment, the lineage becomes quite complex, right? Because you have a lot of things that is happening in the data flow. So what we have done is that we have come up with a very clever way where you can tailor-made the picture of the data lineage view. So for example, even you now can understand where your KPIs are coming from. So it's a really cool feature that I really like in the new product.
Great, thank you. Moving on, I've seen some parts of the governance dashboard, which seems very powerful and useful to everyone who needs to overlook their data.
Yeah, but I think for us, the governance dashboard is also a way for us to show the power of Nodegraph. So the governance dashboard it ships out of the box with 6 KPIs that will automatically populate based on the data in Nodegraph, right? So for example, we have a data quality index, meaning that we can show you how much of your data is being tested and what is the result of those tests that are made. But we also have a data literacy index, meaning that we can create KPIs that will help you drive your data literacy initiatives within your organization. So that's just 2 examples of the KPIs, but they're really, I think, a really good addition to the product. And also these KPIs can also be tailor-made based on your governance strategy.
Thank you, Oscar. Really appreciate you giving us a bit more clarity in the product updates. I know that there are a lot of buzzwords out there, which all sounds very similar and they have different meanings and functions. But I know for sure that this update with Node-Graph is one of the most powerful tools out there when it comes to analytics governance. And hopefully this gives you a bit more clarity in what we are able to do for you and your company. Is there anything you would like to add, Oscar, on this?
But I just want to highlight again, if you consider analytics governance, then Node-Graph is the answer. There are no other tools on the market that can bring you that much insight that quick and in an automated way. So try it out.
Great insight again, Oscar. And if you want to follow Node-Graph or the team or Oscar and his thoughts around BI, data and analytics governance, make sure to follow us on LinkedIn or visit Oscar's blog at Node-Graph homepage. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon again. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.